we're like one button click away from losing the functionality of our slide and being able to move at all. What's up everyone? Welcome back to One Strange Adventure and welcome to the next video.
In today's video, we're doing some repairs.
We're at the shop. So we're at a fabrication shop in Lakeland, Florida. We just left Margaritaville. We were there for the Switch It Up huddle, and we have some issues with our main slide.
Yes. So if you know about the big, huge slides, there's a support bar that's welded on that the slide connects to. Our weld let loose while we were at Margaritaville.
And as the slide comes in, it's actually like bending. So
we'll show you some footage of it just so you get an idea of what we're dealing with. So we contacted Grand Design, Monday?
Yep.
And they said that we needed to get an estimate, so we found a welder to come out and give us a estimate, and we submitted it to Grand Design. They submitted all the photos,
they approved
all of that
it.
stuff, and Grand Design approved it. So we are now here at the shop to get it
Hall Fabrication.
Yep, to get it re-welded.
Yep.
And hopefully that will fix all the issues.
Fun fact, you will have seen, or you may have seen one of our other videos by now where we did a special on a really big
road tractor.
Road tractor. And it was custom fabricated with the long bed. Well, Hall's Fabrication is actually the one that did it.
Which is how we heard about them.
So he was generous enough to come out and give us the estimate, and actually it's Saturday. I feel so bad. He agreed to come out and meet us on Saturday since we were leaving Margaritaville and actually fix it for us.
We didn't want to move the slide in and out
Yeah.
Before getting to him. So he said we could just come on our move day. Don't expect him, if you guys reach out to him, don't expect him to do the same thing. Because he said he never works on a Saturday.
Right.
So he's only doing it because that was the only day we could do it.
Yep. So we're waiting on him to get here, and then we'll be heading to Sherwood Forest, which is part of the Encore 1,000 Trails Network.
Yes.
And we'll be meeting some friends over there. We're gonna hang out there for just about a week, and then we go to TTO.
And then we are going on a vacation.
We're going on vacation. More to come on that one. But after that, we'll go to TTO, and then bounce around Florida a little bit longer. So
we will record what we can of the fabrication process or the welding process. I don't know what his insurance policies and things are about being near the welding machines. I know for my shop what I'm allowed to see and how close I'm allowed to get. So we'll find out what we can record and what we can't, and show you what we can.
Yep. All right. So I want to show you guys exactly what it's doing.
On this side first, so we know what to look at.
All right. So if you look at this side, when the slide comes in, it's all the way, you can't get any fingers in there, and it's sealed. So there's a seal behind this that compresses as it goes in, and that's what keeps the water out. This side, not so much. What's really weird though is that it's not going in all the way to seal, and then when the slide comes out, the trim isn't coming all the way to the wall on the inside either. And then we'll show you some more footage of the bracket and what it's doing when we pull our slide in. But yeah, there's a pretty big gap there. So we got to get the slide adjusted, we got to get it re-welded, all that other good stuff. Yeah, I love being enjoy it as long as I can.
Shoot, I don't blame you.
So we got the brackets off, the arms from the slide itself. The slide is jacked up right now. The arms are off. Just seen it holding it down.
Yeah. Come on, get out there. seen her come down. Didn't you? That's not getting them bolts.
The arms have just like created this like downward bend, and as soon as you unloosen the bolts, they go whoop, up to like a neutral state where they kind of naturally want to rust. But man, so much pressure being pushed down on the slide when it's out. So we're gonna try to adjust that, make sure that everything is in time, and pull the slide back out so that everything is square too. So we'll see. He's getting ready to start doing some welding. We have to put some, he said, gussets on the back so that we can have a little bit more support on that piece that's pulling in to pull the slide in. So we'll see. All right, so let me break down exactly what he's welding at this point. Right here, this should be straight down and this should be pretty much in line. This bar right here, all that was holding this plate to this bar were these little welds right here on the ends. So what he did is on the back side of this, he cut those little metal triangles, gussets, and he welded it on the back side of this. So now that this bar has more support coming down, and it's welded to something in the center behind it right here. So that's going to add some more support for it. Hear that thing sizzle?
Oh yeah.
All right, so the welding is done now. Now we need to bolt it back up and adjust everything. So next up, bolting it back up. He also added a plate on the top of this because the bolt, there was so much pressure that it almost pulled the bolt through this metal plate right here. So he added another plate there just for reinforcements.
So if you'll angle it like that,
Yeah.
you can see it more. There you go.
Just wedged in there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got all of the welding done. They got the brackets back in and the brackets back on and the arms set. Now, what we originally thought was maybe there had been like one of these teeth had like jumped and one of them was off because of how far that side of the slide was actually out. When the slide comes in, I showed you guys you could fit your hand on one side behind the seal, but not on the other. So we thought maybe the arms were out of timing. It turned out that they weren't, thankfully. So we didn't have to do anything with the motor or these arms right here other than bring them back out to the slide and bolt them up. A huge difference though is how far this was down. This was here. You can actually see the line to it from where it originally was, which is crazy. That's like another inch down. So these arms were like facing down and there was a lot of tension on them. So when he took these bolts off, they kind of popped up a little bit. What we did is when they came back out, he left them kind of where they naturally hit, and that's where we bolted them in place, and then we put a little tension on it just to make sure everything was good. Then we were able to bring the slide in, bring it back out multiple times, and just really test it out at that point, making sure everything was good.
Is it clicking normal?
Yeah, that's the...
And we are pretty much good to go now. We got there around 10 a.m. and he was done by 1 p.m. If we had gone to a dealer, they would have had this thing for weeks. He did it in 3 hours. And that was taking the brackets off, making custom parts, welding them in, putting the brackets back out, painting it so that it looked good, pulling them back out, putting everything back together, and adjusting the slide so that it shut and actually sealed properly. So thank you. Like that would have taken weeks at a dealer or someone, you know, some other place. You guys did a fantastic job and we really appreciate it. Now our slide works as it should be working and we haven't had any problems. Now when you pull the slide in, these things do not move. I mean, they are secure at this point. So we really appreciate it. All right, we said that there was something wrong with when it goes out as well when we started. However, further inspection, see, it looks like it just kind of sits flat against the wall right here on the trim. Well, if I walk you over to the other side and you look at this, it looks like there's a huge gap, and there is a huge gap, but it's because the trim is sitting further off of the slide than the other thing. It's still sealing when it goes out. It just, there's a huge gap there. For some reason, the trim is just different on this side. So that wasn't actually a problem, but we did look into it. All right, so Hall's Fabrication, that's exactly where Rob had gone to get his custom HDT, and they just did a fantastic job. Jesse over there did an amazing job with the truck. He did an amazing job with our slide. Again, don't expect them to come in on the weekends because that's not what they do, but I was so thankful that he was willing to work with us. Came out, worked with the deal, worked with Grand Design, got everything approved, got it over to him, and then got it fixed and submitted the ticket. So we're good to go now. Thank you again to Hall's Fabrication for fixing our slide, fixing our home. We were like one button click away from losing the functionality of our slide and being able to move at all. So we appreciate it. All right, if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you really like it, make sure you subscribe. And until the next strange adventure, keep making your own. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching today's video, and a special thank you to our Patreons listed right over here.
Yes, without you guys, we could not do this. If you have not considered joining yet, please do. Links down below.
And our next video is recommended right below this one, so go check that out.